Assalamu alaikum, everyone. We're with one of our successful clients, Ahmed, who less than a week ago, it's been 6 days exactly, that he joined phase two, which is the part where we try and get our first client and make money. And just today he got paid, so which was 6 days after he got phase two, which is kind of breaking a record that you got a client in less than 1 week. Now he has requested that he didn't want his camera on for certain personal reasons. But what I'll do is just kind of allow him to introduce himself and kind of tell people about who he is, what he does. Uh, yeah, so Ahmed, tell us like how old are you? What do you do? What sort of work do you do? Where are you from?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I am from the UK and currently studying. Still got a few years left of my studies. I was at home for the holidays and I was thinking, what should I do for these holidays? I was looking online to try and see something that I can do from home, something obviously which was a halal business. I tried to look at different things, obviously seeing things that wasn't obviously halal that you could go through
Mhm.
and alhamdulillah obviously making dua, doing istikhara and stuff, and alhamdulillah I came across this. Obviously just honestly just ticked all my expectations. Obviously it was a halal business that was taking place, as well as that which type of person would advertise and say, I don't want you to join right now, I want you to do istikhara first. As well as that, you have the case studies
Yeah,
where people, the case studies that I've seen was where it was in the month of Ramadan, and you tell the audience as well that it is the month of Ramadan, and as well as that we are fasting, and obviously the detrimental effects that a person can have in his reward for fasting,
of course.
whilst he's lying as well. And
Of
obviously
course.
you made them say wallahi as well, which emphasized it even more that this is not a scam, this is not scripted. So I thought, let me give this a try and hopefully, it works with well. Alhamdulillah, it did work out the way, alhamdulillah, it was supposed to be.
Yeah, no, alhamdulillah. Ahmed, then, the funny thing is, you saw those videos, people said, they did istikhara and, they said, Wallahi. Now it's your turn to say, Wallahi. So, Ahmed, could you please, for the people that are watching, for the people like yourself that are watching and really critically analyzing everything that they're seeing, what if this is a scam? Like, what if he takes our money and runs away? Is it something like that? And could you also add the Wallahi there as well, that you're not going to be lying and I haven't told you or paid you any money to do this?
No, no, wallahi, I can repeat this, that wallahi, none of this is a scam. Everything is authentic. He is how he seems to be on the advertising. If anything, he came out beyond my expectations. Like he's always there, he's always ready. Whenever I need a message, whenever I need a call, whenever I need a one-to-one, he's always there. Surprisingly, even sometimes I'm surprised as well how free and how selfless he makes himself, and he's always there to help.
No, I laugh because you said how free he is, and I try and make myself free to a point because I have to fulfill the promise, um,
Yes, yes,
that I have
100%.
to respond back immediately. Because otherwise, then realistically, if you're going to start a business and you're not going to get that help, you're not going to be able to do it. So I try my best to go ahead and respond as quick as I possibly can, whilst also doing the other responsibilities that I have in the business. But yeah, brother, like, give me a bit more information about what state were you in before? Because of course we've all seen those ads that you see online, like drop shipping, Amazon FBA, and all the new other business models that are coming. Well, what exactly were you going through at that moment, and what was in your mind when you went ahead and first saw my ad?
So I had looked at things from before. It's like you had mentioned before. So you had the trading, you had the e-commerce, you had the forex and stuff. And obviously, I had spoken to and consulted, my seniors and asked them, is this is this permissible for a person to do? Obviously, the answer came out in the negative. So I kept on looking. I kept on looking. Obviously, I came across digital marketing. Now, obviously, there are loads of people out there who are doing digital marketing as well.
Mhm.
And obviously you could there's people that you can go on YouTube, you can go on Instagram, you can go on different social media platforms and see exactly what they're doing. But there's a lot of loopholes where you can't really see that, and you question yourself that if this was to happen, if my client was to ask me this question, where do I go from here? So I
Mhm.
wouldn't really say that they give you all the information. And then the question also arises is that a person might think that why don't I just watch these YouTube videos and try to make this business myself? And
Yeah.
it's exactly what a person would think that on average, in order for a person to scale his small business, it takes a person about 2 3 years.
Yes.
So obviously, I give the analogy to even all the people that that were surprised that I even took up this course, and they
Mhm.
were to ask me, why did you go for this course? So I mentioned to them that if a person has to climb a 100-story building, and he's got two options: either to take the stairs where he can stumble across and he'll have to put all the effort in himself, not knowing that when he'd reach that 100th floor,
Yeah.
or another option is that he just takes the lift and he gets support from someone like yourself. So all
Yes.
it takes is just press a button and that's it. He'll be assisted the full way to get right to the top
Mhm.
in the least amount of time as well. It was obviously a no-brainer to obviously take up the cost.
Mhm. And I don't usually go into this much detail in genuine like case study videos that we have, but let me kind of dive a bit deeper into so far what you've seen in the process. Let's talk about the material that you've gone through. Let's talk about the group calls that you've seen so far. Um, then I'd like you to be fully critical and tell people what you actually think. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, the material, the quality, uh, the the type of information that you're getting on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being it's perfect, it's exactly what I need, zero being it's just a waste of time. Where do you think the material and the quality of the information is that I'm giving to you so far?
Honestly, I'd give it a 10 for the reason being, obviously, none of this is scripted, by the way, for the audience. Obviously, the reason why I'd say it's a 10 is because everything that I needed, it was all inside the links that you sent, inside the phases that I was going through every week.
Yeah.
And whenever I did need anything, you were always there on WhatsApp, or you were always there on different areas where I needed you, for example, the Google Meet or wherever we were doing this one-to-one.
Yes.
And as well as that, it was always as if, it'd all been chronological order in the way I had to go. So I'd have to watch this video first, and after you'd mentioned that only once you've finished this project off, then move on to this step. So it's as
Yes.
though there's a clear checklist in your head, and you always know that. Let's just say if I've done this phase one and phase two in the afternoon, and I come back in the evening, I'm not, trying to scrabble around and trying to see
Mm.
exactly where I left off from. You know exactly where you are and where you need to go, which is
Mm.
excellent, and which is what you want to do.
We made the process so simple and realistic. Like week 2 and 3, we made sure that you had your offer. Again, you just had to pick the offer, right? As an offer being the market that you're going after that will actually allow you to make money. You just picked it, right?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Picked it. Second step was pick the person that will be delivering your ads, correct?
Yes, 100%.
And then lastly was finishing up the foundations, was making a timetable and how realistically with your busy life you're going to incorporate this. That's exactly what you did. And now we moved over to phase 2, which was last Tuesday, and you've done just project 1. Project 1 itself has allowed you to get clients within 6 days. Now next time would be to get your next couple of clients, start running ads, scaling that automation phase. That is it. Inshallah, that's how you're going to get a successful, long-term business that I've been running for the past couple of years as well. But anyway, ending off, and I asked you this question before as well. Like so far, are you satisfied with the program, somewhere in the middle, or completely dissatisfied? Where would you honestly say you are?
Honestly, I'd say I am 100% satisfied with this program.
Mm.
And I'd highly recommend it for those people who, they're 50-50. Even if, you're a female and, you're a mother at home thinking, how is it possible for me to scale a business whilst having kids, while having all these commitments? It's 100% possible. All you have to do is put in 45 minutes a day, and
Exactly.
100% you'll be able to scale this business with the help of Azam. He's always there. He's always there to help, and he's always there to help you scale the business and achieve the goals that a person wants to achieve in life.
Definitely. Inshallah, brother. And yeah, pretty much what sort of advice would you give to people who are skeptical, and rightfully so, they should be within the current market that we're in. But someone that's skeptical, they're afraid that, this guy's can just take my money and run away, or they just think this program doesn't work. Like, what sort of advice, like directly speaking to those people who just don't fully believe this process, what would you say to them? Heart, like just tell exactly what is in your heart.
So honestly, what I'd say is to watch the videos that obviously you've created, check the case studies as well. There's a wide range of people. It's a whole complete diverse community of people who have done this course, and
Yes.
you'll see it's not just people are only seeing results a few months down the line. There are people who, like myself, alhamdulillah, the people that have got results within less than a week. And
Yes.
as well as that, what I'd say is obviously it's a free one-to-one consultation. You've got nothing there to lose. You
Yeah.
can speak to Azam himself. It's not like you'd be speaking to a person of his team, rather it'd be him one-to-one. Any questions that you have, you're free to ask him. And obviously it's a no-brainer for a person to not do a course
Yeah.
where Azam's obviously there advertising that if this course doesn't work, why? Because he's got a guarantee and he's got so much trust in his system that he says that as well as the amount that you'd pay, he'll pay you £500 on top. So if anything, if it doesn't go according to your plan, if it doesn't go according to your dreams, then if anything, you're going to be making a profit of £500.
Exactly.
So in other words, it is a no-brainer. But obviously, again, it's up to you. Again, I'd recommend doing istikhara, but obviously, honestly, this is a no-brainer. Whoever is listening to this, I'd highly recommend that they do go for the course, and inshallah, it will be worthwhile.
100%, 100%. And exactly like Ahmed said at the end, just do istikhara, watch the videos, do your due diligence. I don't mind. There's nothing kind of like dodgy about me or fishy about me. Just do your research, watch my videos, do istikhara. I'm confident in what I've been able to deliver for everyone that has worked with me so far. So, inshallah, do that. Watch the videos. Book in a completely free one-on-one with me. If you have already, just continue to watch the videos and make sure you do whatever you possibly can. Prepare some questions, and inshallah, we will speak on a one-on-one if you've already booked it. But any last advice that you want to give to people before we end, Ahmed?
I'd just say is once you finish this video, I'd recommend that you just book that one-to-one and just see how it goes from there.
Definitely. All right, then, guys. Jazakallah for that, Ahmed. I'll speak to you soon. Assalamu alaikum.
Inshallah. Wa alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.